Hi, PerspectiveWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Tuesday, September 8th. It's not all that often this time of the year that we get to talk about tropical activity as well as significant accumulating snow. But that is what is happening today all the way from the eastern tropical Atlantic to the Rocky Mountain states. We have this wild weather pattern, especially out in the western U.S., where it is going from summer heat to accumulating snows in many areas of the Rocky Mountain states, from Wyoming all the way down to New Mexico. In some cases, significant accumulating snow. And this is in places like Denver, for example, where there were 90 plus degrees yesterday and even closer to 100 degrees a couple of days ago. In Denver itself, they may receive up to a half a foot of snow and maybe up to a foot and a half in some of the mountainous areas just to the west of Denver. Again, unusual early season snow today from Wyoming all the way down to New Mexico. Meanwhile, in the tropics, we have two new tropical storms way out here in the eastern and central Atlantic Ocean, Paulette and Renee. And there is a third wave of interest right here, not too far from Bermuda. This is Bermuda right here. That little dot right there is Bermuda. This particular system could become a tropical depression or a tropical storm over the next couple of days as it drifts to the west-northwest. Certainly something we have to monitor, especially for those along the Carolina coastline. It will feed in enough moisture to actually enhance the chance for some rainfall, even up to the Mid-Atlantic region by later tomorrow into the day on Thursday. So that's system number one. Paulette looks like it's kind of going nowhere fast. It's moving very, very slowly and is real not looking like it has much of a future. But this system will move a little bit more rapidly to the west-northwest, and this particular system may be something that we'll have to follow closely over the next 1 to 2 weeks or so. But still fairly active tropical season here in the Atlantic Basin. Meanwhile, take a look at this. This is snowfall probabilities of greater than 4 inches over the next 24-hour period. And again, the main area will be Wyoming all the way down to New Mexico. This region right here, some significant snowfall, including in Denver and Boulder, Colorado, and in some areas it may be a foot to a foot and a half in the higher elevations. Again, this entire area was experiencing summer-like conditions over the past couple of days, and those summer-like conditions continue today across California with some record-breaking heat in some cases out in the far west. But again, the Rocky Mountain states go from summer to winter with significant accumulating snow in many areas out there. Meanwhile, in the Great Lakes and Northeast and Mid-Atlantic region, just a spectacular stretch of weather encompassed a long holiday weekend. Really was nice weather on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and it looks like it'll hang on for one more day in the Northeast and the Mid-Atlantic region, thanks to high pressure that is just now shifting off the New England coastline. Well, let's take a look at the 500 millibar height anomaly pattern here. This is from last night's 6Z operational run of the GFS. As you might expect, with snows in the Rocky Mountain states, heat out along the west coast, and an active tropical scene, there are quite a variation of conditions aloft, ranging from deep upper level lows to strong high pressure ridging. In the Rocky Mountain states, this very, very deep upper level trough is diving to the south and east and basically bringing a powerful, strong cold front through that part of the nation. Again, a dramatic, in some cases maybe the most dramatic temperature falls in a 24-hour period. We'll have to see where the dust settles on that, but places like Denver, for example, dropping from the 90s to the 30s in a 24-hour period. Meanwhile, out in the far west, still some record heat along the west coast, and high pressure ridging now starting to shift off the northeast coastline. Nice weather hangs on for another day here in the Mid-Atlantic region, northeast U.S., and then it becomes more unsettled over the next couple of days. Let's just keep going through this. This cold air mass in the Rocky Mountains doesn't really expand anywhere into the eastern U.S. by any means. It kind of gets stuck out there and it stays quite cold for a couple of days, but that's about it, and then that'll quickly disappear, and high pressure ridging really starts to take over much of the northern U.S. and much of the eastern U.S. by the middle and latter part of the week. Again, that deep upper level trough just kind of sits and spins out over the Rocky Mountain states over the next few days. Will become more humid and warmer, above normal temperatures in much of the eastern U.S. over the next few days as that high pressure shifts off the coast. The nice, comfortable conditions of the weekend will be replaced by above normal temperatures in places like D.C., Philadelphia, New York City. That means highs well up in the 80s over the next few days, and it becomes more unsettled with a chance of showers and thunderstorms returning to the I-95 corridor on Wednesday afternoon and again on Thursday before another nice air mass looks like it moves in for Friday and Saturday. Well, let's take a look at the surface forecast maps from the 6E GFS, and look at this blue here. It's been a while. Represents snowfall on the GFS, and we have a little wave, tropical wave to watch off the east coast not far from Bermuda, and again that'll contribute to some moisture into the southeastern U.S., into the mid-Atlantic region over the next couple of days. So here's that strong Canadian high pressure system pushing cold air down across the front range today. A dramatic drop in temperatures. Again, places like Denver and Boulder going from summer-like weather on Monday to winter-like, and in many cases significant accumulating snow. It stays hot along the west coast. Let's now move forward here. And here we go by this evening. Significant snow falling in the Colorado Rockies, and again that'll extend from Wyoming all the way down to especially northern part of New Mexico. Dry weather, rain-free weather hangs on for one more day here in the Mid-Atlantic region, in the northeast U.S., thanks to that high-pressure system, which is shifting off the coast right now. But then as we get into Wednesday night, notice this area here of moisture kind of expanding, kind of moving from the southeast to the northwest. That's aided by this little wave that, again, could become a tropical depression or even a tropical storm over the next 48 hours or so, and it will contribute. It will enhance the moisture in the Mid-Atlantic region. Now let's keep moving forward here. Unsettled conditions Wednesday afternoon and again on Thursday. The colder air mass kind of dissipates after a couple of days, and it stays pretty much out in the Rocky Mountain states. Still some record heat, and with that record heat out in the far west, continuation of a lot of wildfire activity. Then we get into the latter part of the week, and look at this, another Canadian high pressure system moves across the Great Lakes and will spell some more, produce some more nice weather here in the Mid-Atlantic, in the northeast U.S. on Friday and Saturday, though highs may be well up in the 80s this afternoon and again on Wednesday and Thursday. It looks like we'll be back down into the 70s again. Very pleasant conditions in the much of the northeastern quadrant of the nation by the time we get to Friday and Saturday. Let's all go into Saturday morning. Here we go. High pressure to the north and east. Continuation of nice conditions on Saturday as we begin the weekend in the northeast U.S. Then it becomes more unsettled again for Sunday and Monday. And by that time we'll start to learn more about Renee and the far eastern Atlantic. That may become something to closely monitor over the next week or two. And again, we have to monitor this wave near Bermuda this morning as it moves to the north and west over the next 48 hours or so. That's it for now. For PerspectiveWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.